Welcome back to Couch Collectibles. Hope you guys are having an awesome day as always. Today we're looking at the 1937 wheat penny. We'll also look at some other pennies as well. So if you guys are new, feel free to check out all the other coin and collectible videos here on the channel. And if you got any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. Give me a few days to get to your response. I am way behind on comments. You guys are crazy in the comment section, so I'm trying to catch up. But thank you guys so much for the support. Let's just hop right into this. Alright, so starting off first with a 1937 wheat penny that sold for over $6,400. That's right, $6,000 for this penny, and here's why. Alright, so if you have a 1937 penny, it's not rare to actually have this penny. They made over 309 million of the no mint mark, and over 50 million of the D mint mark, and 34 million of the S mint mark. This is the no mint mark, so they produced hundreds of millions of these coins. What made this coin sell for over $6,000 is the fact that it was graded at a mint state 68 red, which means that it is in very, very good condition. The coin grading scale only goes up to 70, 70 being the best you can get, and this is at a 68 red. So you gotta keep that in mind. If you have a 1937, it's all beat up and scratched up, and it doesn't have any types of mint errors or anything, it's not gonna be valuable or anything. But in this case, $6,400 because of the high grade. Now here is a mint error coin, 1937, no mint mark, that has been broad struck, which we'll see around the rim of the coin. You can look for broad strikes on modern coins, all kinds of different denominations, not just pennies. This coin ended up selling for almost $100, so you know you're not gonna make a lot of money on this if you're trying to get it graded and resell it, because you gotta go through, you know, paying to have it graded and shipping and all that good stuff. So keep that in mind, but it's a $100 penny. All right, now here's a 1937 D mint mark. Now this is the same as the no mint mark. It's got that very high grade of a mint state 67 plus red. So PCGS is the coin grading company who graded this coin. It's got a very high grade. That is where all the value comes in at, and that's why the penny sold for over $3,500. Can't beat it, $3,000 for a penny. Now here's another broad strike. So this coin's graded by Annex at a mint state 63 brown, and it was broad struck on a split planchet. That's why this penny ended up selling for over $145. Moving on to a 1937 S mint mark graded at a mint state 64 brown. It was struck 5% off center, which we can see here in the images displayed. Some coins will be way more off center than this, some maybe less, and you can look for off centers on all kinds of different coins, not just, you know, the 1937 penny. So this penny ended up selling for over $85 in that condition. Here's another example of a 1937 no mint mark that was struck 20% off center, graded at a mint state 64 brown. This penny ended up selling for over $125. I'll take it. Here's one more example of a 1937 that was struck 15% off center, graded at a mint state 64 red brown. This penny sold for over $145. So it all depends on when you sell the coins and the market and you know, things like that. So keep that in mind as well. This next coin here is a 1937, but this is not the business strike coin. This is a proof coin, and it is in very, very good condition. As you can see, it's very detailed. It's got that mirror-like finish, as proof coins do, of course, and it is graded at a proof 68 red cameo. So again, coin grading scale goes up to 70. This is at a 68, very, very good condition. This penny sold for over $13,000. What would you guys do with 13 grand? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, so also on the 1937, you also want to look at the D mint mark up close with your microscopes or your coin loops. So you want to look for a repunched mint mark. You can see the repunched mint mark, the D over the D there here in the images displayed, especially if you look there at the top of the D mint mark there. So always be on the lookout for those. I have all kinds of videos on, you know, different pennies that have different types of repunched mint marks or over mint marks, things like that. So feel free to check those out. Now this is a 1937 S wheat penny. So this penny here is also valuable because it's got that high grade of a mint state 67 plus red. That's where all the value comes in at for this penny. That's why this coin sold for over $2,300. $2,300. Now, moving right along, this coin's pretty cool here. The 1937 no mint mark, where the front of the coin, the obverse of the coin, was struck through a fragment, which we can see here in the images displayed. You'll see that going through Lincoln's head. And it looks pretty normal here on the reverse for the most part. But this coin ended up selling for over $500 as a result of the mint error. Now, here are some other pennies that are worth money. On your 1936 wheat pennies, first thing you want to look for is doubling. So here is some examples of doubling taking place on the 1936 wheat penny on the lettering. So you can look for this with a USB coin microscope up close. It's really difficult to see it from a distance without a microscope. You can also look for that on Liberty. I do have microscopes available on couchcollectibles.com. Links always in the description of every single video. If you're not sure how to get to the description, you can always do so by going underneath this video and pressing the little gray arrow, and it will show you the description, the gray arrow on the right to the bottom of this video. Also look for that doubling on the date 1936 itself. So here is a few examples of that. Pretty extreme doubling here. Now it's pretty simple. You go to the bank, get a box of pennies, you find any pennies, you separate them by date, and look for the different errors on different year pennies. I got pretty much a video about almost every penny out there and different types of errors to look for on different dates. So once you go to the bank and separate those, you can look for these different types of errors. Now let's look at some prices here for the 1936 double die. Now this first coin here is graded at a very fine 35. So it's not got a mint state grade or anything like that. It looks like a regular penny that you would, see in your pocket change, pretty normal condition, I guess you could say. But it does have that doubling. It does have that double die obverse. So that is what's going to give it all of its value. This coin sold for over $175 even in this condition. Now if we look at this other coin, now this coin here is only graded at genuine, and this coin does have that double die obverse as well, and this coin sold for over $325. So we go from $175, $325, and we even get more expensive as we go with the higher grade. Now this coin here is graded at a mint state 63. It is a brown penny, so it's graded at a brown. And this penny does have that doubling again, and it's sold for over $2,800. So of course, the higher the grade, typically in most cases, the more you're going to be able to get out of coins like this. Now that's not it. We go from a $175 to $325 to $2,800 to $12,000. Now we see that the penny before was graded at a brown. This is graded at a mint state 66 red. So of course you can tell the difference in coloration from a brown penny to what is considered a red penny. And this coin here sold again for over $12,000 because of its high grade and because of that doubling taking place on the front of the coin. You can really see the date being doubled here on this coin, as well as the word Liberty there. So always be on the lookout for that double die obverse on your 1936 wheat pennies. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle, check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, you guys know what to do. I'll see you all in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.